Driveclub is a very socially connected racing experience, and we're trying to separate ourselves from everyone else by making it a collaborative experience. It's not just about you and trying to be first in every race. It's about driving to your own strengths, using your own skills, and then collaborating with clubs to share in the rewards.
With PlayStation 4, when we set out in the early days, we really wanted to make everything dynamic in there. So we wanted this unconstrained physical environment.
And it's important to us because we want to really kind of make use of the next generation hardware. I mean, when we looked at the PlayStation 4 when we first got our hands on it, and we were like, well, what can we do with this? And we wanted to make sure that we actually pushed it. We didn't just want to kind of go, well, we can do something that's slightly better than PS3. No, we wanted to take it to the next level. And so that involved kind of, with our capturing process of the cars and the world, and trying to bring across every little detail that we could and really push ourselves hard to make our game stand out.
First thing we added was night-day cycle. That makes a really big difference. The difference between driving midday in a lovely clear sky makes a massive difference to the middle of the night when you've only got your headlights. Because some of our locations are so remote, there's no street lighting, so you are just relying on headlights alone. So it just adds a whole big variety to the gameplay experience and also helps with the difficulty curve as well.
Our vehicle artists are just insane sometimes. The lengths they go to make sure that every little detail from the correct material, whether it's suede, carbon fibre, plastic, or whatever it may be, everything's correct in terms of how it looks. We've been given effectively the budget to build the cars to this level of detail because of the PlayStation 4. It's got the power to allow us to have 12 of these cars in full detail all the time, racing around.
The AI system essentially applies the relevant inputs to drive the car, so it's a very realistic simulation. That means there isn't any kind of magic fudge factors going on. It's not hand of God pushing the car around the track. It's all completely plausible. And then there's a strategic layer that the guys have built on top of that. That's that kind of opportunistic racing where if it's a car like the McLaren P1 with KERS and DRS systems at its disposal, it'll leverage that to the best of its ability to jump into the little gaps or to scoot round a kind of hapless opponent. It's not that kind of sterile racing.
Yeah, as with everything in Driveclub, we try to keep it as dynamic, as changeable as possible. We repeat the experience for challenges and for special tour modes and things like that, but generally if you just go in and play, it'll be different every time. So you'll get the option to say, oh, I want a stormy sky and I want it to rain. That will be completely up to the seeded system in the background. So it's a random system and it's a variation on a theme, but you'll always get something different every time, even if you go in with the same settings.
We really wanted to kind of make these worlds feel alive, and also that every race that you play, every lap that you do in time trial, it feels different. It kind of keeps it alive and makes it feel like a living, breathing world. But also it brings new challenges to gameplay as well.
So to try and enhance the racing experience for people who do either go out ahead of the pack or get left at the back of the pack, we have the face-offs and the ghost elements in the game.
It'll try and pick someone from either your friends list or someone who's roughly the same sort of level as you somewhere in the world and give you a challenge to beat. So it doesn't matter if you're back of the pack, you've still got drifting scores you can beat, or top speed, or average speed, or cornering, all those sort of things to do to keep you going, and they all feed back into your fame as well. So even if you finish last, you can still get a reasonable fame score to help boost your club and your own private fame.
Yeah, fame in Driveclub is like the experience. So it's as you perform an action, whether that's drifting, drafting, overtaking, I think we've got like 20 or 30 of them, they all contribute towards your fame. And as you level up with fame, you get access to new content such as cars, new events, new liveries, designs that you can apply to your car. It's effectively like the currency of the game. It's a great way for you either individually as a driver to show off how good you are, or as a club, show off your combined efforts to the world as well.
It's so satisfying to be just tearing around these tracks, drifting, knocking up fame, unlocking more cars.
It feels incredibly immersive. The first time you actually see a cloud roll in and the wind pick up and the trees start to sway and the grass go, it's something that you don't really see. It's just the connected nature.
For players, I really hope that they get a great deal of satisfaction from Driveclub. I'd like them to enjoy the aesthetic of the game. I'd like them to enjoy the challenge of the racing. I'd like them to develop their social networks. I mean, that's something that we did well with Motorstorm RC, and so with Driveclub, having the ability to reach out to your friends and bring them into the Driveclub experience or even the PlayStation experience.
We're not trying to create a simulation or an arcade game. It's something that sits in the middle, something that is a racer for everyone. You know, if you are that kind of super hardcore racer, you can get the most out of our handling model. But if you're new to racing, then you're still going to be able to pick it up, play it and have fun.
PlayStation